Hare Krishna. We are continuing our topic about self-realization, and today we will talk about Bhagavata Vidhi and Pancaratra Vidhi, how they work together, because we hear from many sources about these topics, but to connect them with self-realization, how it goes in the background of our self-realization, personal self-realization, we will hear today. These are very powerful processes, and they go simultaneously. And Srimad Bhagavatam is giving us some explanations, especially 4th canto and 7th. So Pancaratra is just the process which was given us by Narada Muni. He compiled this procedure of devotional service. This is Vaidhi Marga, specified as temple worship. This is like going through regulations. And Bhagavata Vidhi was way of Srimad Bhagavatam system of 9 processes, beginning with Shravanam and Kirtanam. This is Raga Marga, and this is for those elevated to Vrindavan platform in 5 rasas, meant specially for Vatsalya and Madhurya rasa. And we will hear more about this later. So generally, worship of the Lord begins with worship of Narayana or Vishnu, whereas the worship of Lord Krishna and Radha is most confidential. So Lord Narayana is worshipped by the Pancaratra Vidhi or regulative principles, whereas Lord Krishna is worshipable by Bhagavata Vidhi. So we see here this distinction between these 2 margas, because first Pancaratra is specified for Vishnu or Narayana, and Bhagavata Vidhi is more broad for Lord Krishna, this most confidential worship. So Lord Narayana is worshipped by Pancaratra Vidhi or regulative principles, where Krishna is worshipped by Bhagavata Vidhi, as we said. No one can worship the Lord in the Bhagavata Vidhi without going through the regulative principles of Pancaratra Vidhi. So this is from 4th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, where Srila Prabhupada is explaining us these specifications of this point. Actually, neophyte devotees worship the Lord according to Pancharatrika Vidhi or the regulative principles enjoyed in the Narada Pancharatra. Radha Krishna cannot be approached by the neophyte devotees. Therefore, temple worship according to regulative principles is offered to Lakshmi Narayana. Although there may be a Radha Krishna Vigraha or form, the worship of the neophyte devotee is acceptable as Lakshmi Narayana worship. So we have in our temples Radha Krishna on the altar, but the worship is going on as for Radha, for Lakshmi Narayana. So this is the distinction here. And the principles of Raga Marga, Bhagavata Vidhi, are especially meant for devotees who are elevated to the Vrindavan platform in 5 rasas. So the inhabitants of Vrindavan, the gopis, Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaja, the cowherd boys, the cows, and everyone else are actually on the Raga Marga or Bhagavata Marga platform. They participate in 5 basic rasas, like Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, and Shanta. But although these 5 rasas are found in the Bhagavata Marga, the Bhagavata Marga is especially meant for Vatsalya, and here is Vatsalya represented by Lord Nityananda, and Madhurya, which is represented by Lord Chaitanya. So here we have this distinction where there are in Bhagavata Marga there are 9 processes. We know from beginning Shravanam, Kirtanam, and according to Panchatattva, this whole 9 processes first, from first to 7 process is represented by Srivas Thakur, Advaita Acharya, and Gadadhar Pandit. Like Gadadhar is for Sakya and others for first steps. Specified, of course, Lord Nityananda and Chaitanya are in charge of everyone because the processes are included. One process includes all other processes. But this last 2 points, friendship and Atmanivedanam, offering everything to Krishna, is represented by Gauranitai, by Lord Nityananda in Vatsalya and Lord Chaitanya in Madhurya Rasa. Without serving Krishna according to the Vaidimarga, regulative principles of Pancharatrika Vidri, unscrupulous persons want to jump immediately to Raga Marga principles. Such persons are called by Srila Prabhupada Sahajiya. So those neophyte devotees who are on the platform of Vaidhi Bhakti cannot jump to the Bhagavata Vidhi. It is not possible. Prabhupada is calling them Sahajiya, those who just imitate. This is not true, not factual platform. Here there is important point like committing offenses, and this is connected to what I said just now, that no one can jump, because on the platform of Vaidhi Bhakti there's going on this point of offenses. Offenses like according to Archana, deity worship, and general offenses. So this is quite important to understand this distinction. Although there are 64 kinds of offenses one can commit in Vaidhi Marga, regulative worship, in Raga Marga worship, there is no consideration of such offenses, because the devotees on that platform are very much elevated above the platform of Anartha Nivritti. So this is the gradation Prabhupada is saying about chronological understanding of these 9 processes. Although they are separately can rise one to the liberation, to the spiritual world, but they, as I said, they are put together in each process, like Shravanam and Kirtanam, and they include all others. So this is very important to understand that we are going gradually. This is gradual process. If we do not follow the regulative principles of the Vaidhi Marga platform and do not keep our eyes trying to spot, to see offenses, we will not make progress. So this is the training for us, this Pancaratra process, to purify ourselves and to raise our consciousness. In Srimad Bhagavatam, in Canto 7, Chapter 5, we have very broad understanding of Bhagavata Vidhi, these 9 processes of devotional service. And it is good to read this whole meaning which Srila Prabhupada is giving in his purport to these verses of 23 and 24 Srimad Bhagavatam 7, 5, 23, 24. Srila Prabhupada gives very broad vision, and he is mentioning also Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura's explanation, which he is giving in his Tatya. And we will analyze these points gradually from Shravanam, which is hearing, and which refers to giving oral reception, so it is welcoming, or orally receiving such message. So we have the Shastras, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, and Prabhupada is saying here that hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the most important process of hearing. So first step is this hearing. We have this engagement of the sound vibration which we accept, and Kirtanam, chanting. Bhakti Siddhanta is saying that then one should memorize these vibrations and repeat them. So especially chanting of the Mahamantra and also the verses. And the Mahamantra gives us the shelter while we are avoiding 10 offenses. So this is when you hear, read the purport, you will see how broad this vision is. The third point is Vishnu Smaranam, the remembering, trying to understand more and more about the Lord. And Srila Prabhupada is saying here that this goes after one regularly performs the Shravanam and Kirtanam. So these 2 first steps, when they are regularly performed, then comes this next step, which is Vishnu Smaranam, remembering. And then the heart is cleansed. So until the heart is not clean, the third step is not coming. So by hearing and chanting, we are coming to the Smaranam, remembering the Lord. And this is the platform of yoga, yogi, meditation. But yoga with the connection with the term of one's relationship with the Lord. So from this meditation, we are coming to dhyana, which is deeper meditation, then dharana, dhyana, and then samadhi. So this is the third level to understand the Lord, our position, and attract our mind to the Lord, to His form, pastimes, His paraphernalias, and everything connected with Him. See the Lord, remember Him, and meditate about Him. The next point is Padasevanam, engaging oneself in serving the lotus feet of the Lord according to the time and circumstances. So we must consider where we are, at what time, how we can serve the lotus feet of the Lord, keep very closely to this His lotus feet, and the attachment is there. Ruchi, the taste attachment to the Lord is, and this gives perfection. Srila Prabhupada is telling that this step is the step of perfection, where we are attached to the Lord. So the next step is Archanam, worship, and this is according to Pancaratra and Bhagavata Marga, these two ways, like worship in the temple. So one takes, after the nishta, after the stability of our devotional service, comes this archana, and Srila Prabhupada is saying that when one takes shelter of Guru and learns from him, the archana process is coming. By the mercy of the Guru, we understand the whole process. We can see how he is worshipping the Lord and follow him. So then the next step is vandanam, prayers. Means offering respectful obeisances. Man manabhava mad bhakta mad yajimam namaskuru. So vandanam, prayers, means namaskuru, offering obeisances, offering our prayers. Next step, seventh, is dasyam, becoming servant. So we are coming to the point when we are establishing our position as a servant. This is not artificial, this is not we are doing serve doing this, serve doing that to the Lord, but this is the point. Dasyam is the point where we are situated actually on the platform of service, becoming the servant, Nitya Krishna Dasa, everlastingly a servant of Krishna. So this is established in our heart. So when we come to that point, there is no coming, back. This is established. And we have two last points, which are actually meant for Bhagavata Marga, because Bhagavata Marga includes all 9 processes, but specifically it is connected with 8 and 9 process. 8 means Sakyam, means being a well-wisher of Krishna, of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Srila Prabhupada is saying that become friend, Sakyam, become friend indicates intense love. So here, like we established the servitude on 7th level of the processes, the service is established, and 9th process establishes love to the Lord. Intense love, and 9th level, Atmanivedanam, means offering Krishna everything, including one's body, mind, intelligence, and whatever one may possess. So this is just sannyasa level, very high level of offering body, mind, and words, and everything one possesses. So this point, Atmanivedanam, establishes us on the platform of surrender to the Lord. So this is the highest level of Bhagavata Vidhi, where this is established in our heart, and there's again no back to anything else, to any other processes. This is established in our heart. There is no other motive than to serve Krishna, to become under his care, not independently, but for Krishna's benefit. So on that point, there is no possibility to become independent. One is under the care of the Lord and works only for Krishna's benefit. So Krishna wants everyone to surrender unto him because everyone is constitutionally his servant, and therefore a sincere friend of Krishna, which is on that platform established. One should preach this philosophy, requesting everyone to surrender unto Krishna. Bhagavata Marga includes preaching work, which is not for neophytes. When a devotee executes any one of the 9 processes, Navalakshana, this is sufficient. The 8 other processes are included. So actually we are trying to execute all these 9 processes in our lives, but gradually we purify our heart by hearing and chanting. Then there's established this remembrance. Then we remember the Lord. Then other processes are coming. The servitor is established. Then love is established. Intense love. It's not just I love Krishna, but it's a very deep connection with Krishna by love, by connection with Radha Krishna by this loving service attitude, and then comes this point of Atma Nivedanam, complete surrender. Complete means full, established surrender. So this is Prabhupada is saying about the chronological process, which is going gradually. Shravanam and Kirtanam, and later others, deeper and deeper and higher. We are realizing the process of self-realization through these 2 paths, Bhagavata Vidhi and Pancaratra Vidhi. For this age, the most recommended process is of course Bhagavata Vidhi, these 9 processes. Not Pancaratra Vidhi, but as it is included in 9 processes, this 5th is Archana, so we are going with all of them together. And these are simultaneous paths which are working on us. So these 2 processes, Sakyam, becoming friend with the Lord, and Atma Nivedanam, full surrender, sacrificing everything to the Lord, belongs to the category of Raga Marga, developed devotional service. So these 2 last points are represented by developed devotional service. So it's more confidential, more deep, more advanced, developed devotional service. So there are many devotees in Raga Marga. We have mentioned in Vrindavan, the gopis, everyone in Vrindavan is on Bhagavata Marga. But the essential point in this connection is that one should be fully absorbed in thoughts of Krishna 24 hours a day. So the process is giving us this platform of being fully absorbed in thoughts of Krishna all the time, 24 hours a day, 7/7. So these explanations from Vaidhi Bhakti up to Raganuga Bhakti brings the broader vision, more and more broad vision of the service of the Lord. And we'll discuss later about Shraddha to Prema, the another aspect of seeing the self-realization process, because in my sections this topic of self-realization I'm presenting from different angles of vision. So now we are talking about Bhagavata Vidhi and Pancaratra Vidhi, and later we will talk about the process from Shraddha to Prema, how Acharyas are explaining this, how it is connected all together with the whole processes, and how the meditation is going deeper and deeper up to Ashtakaliya Lila, where we are absorbed in the pastimes of the Lord, also Lord Chaitanya in these aspects. So we will talk about this later, hopefully in the next session. So thank you for your attention, and we will see later how it will go with the next topic. So thank you very much, and see you later. Hare Krishna.